If you guys enjoy my content and you want to see the channel grow, then consider hitting that join button. There's 3 tiers to choose from, and you get exclusive content here on the channel that's not available to other subscribers. Once you hit the join button and pick which tier best suits you, go over to the playlist. There's 2 different categories to choose from: past live stream as well as exclusive content only available for members, such as the Storm Nation live stream, which is a live stream every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. for the members, by the members, as well as other exclusive videos already uploaded on the main channel. All you have to do is click the join button, pick a tier, and then start watching exclusive content. Thank you all so much, and I hope you guys join the membership and become a part of Storm Nation. What's up, folks? Danny, mid drinking.
My water, bro. Trying to stay hydrated.
Hey, you got to, man. Got to. Fuck, I got my coffee right here, so I don't give a fuck. So yeah, it's just me and Danny for now. I did message Sharif. He's been quite busy. He just got back into town today, so he might get on. Anzo might pop on, and Adam won't be present till about Monday. I will just say one thing: be happy for him, guys. Just right. Be happy with him. I'm happy. Yeah. So I started the stream a little bit earlier tonight because as soon as the stream gets over, I'm heading to Orlando. So
okay,
be happy for me too.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, we're gonna talk WandaVision. We're gonna talk WandaVision. If you guys want us to talk about the Gina Carano stuff, I mean, you guys can feel free to throw in the super chats. I know I've been hitting up with messages, people asking me what's going on. I reached out to Drunk 3PO to find out what was going on. Look, guys, I know I uploaded videos for the past couple of days, but those were recorded on Monday. I haven't been on YouTube in 2 days. I was out celebrating Valentine's, so I don't really know what's going on with everything. So yeah, just kind of want to hit on that. So I guess we can go talk about WandaVision. Did you like this episode?
It was man.
It was man, right? Yeah,
it wasn't as good to me as the last two. Only thing I really was impressed. Are we spoiling now? We aren't.
No, go ahead. I didn't. There was nothing in this video, or there was nothing in this episode that was a major spoiler. I don't.
When she started expanding that universe, I was like, okay,
at the end,
that's some shit right there. I was like, holy shit, what is she doing? But I'm still suspicious of that sword guy. I don't
know. I said that from the beginning. That dude's up to something.
I'm thinking he's a Skrull. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe.
No, I think you might be right with that too. You know, and I said this like I think last week that Monica Rambeau was going to get her powers somehow because of that, and they explained that it's changing her DNA.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then if that's the case, it might change Marcia's DNA because now she's in that world.
Yeah. Pretty much anybody who goes into that universe now.
Mm-hmm. So that might be how they. I don't see how they can make mutants out of that, but I don't know what they would call them. But just about all of the team, except the people in that truck that the head guy of the sword was in, got absorbed by that when she did the expansion of of her world or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Did you brought up a good point before we get to the super chat from Christopher? Maybe that is how they're gonna make mutants. Maybe that is going to expand in their DNA because she said their DNA changes like evolving, like mutants.
She said Monica's changed twice.
Yeah.
I don't see how she's only in there one time, but
no, she went in there twice, didn't she?
She went in there initially the first time, and then what's her face blew out when she started asking hard questions about Pietro and her brother stuff.
Christopher came in with a super chat. The word nightmare was mentioned once or mentioned. I think he mentioned once or twice. Maybe the demon nightmare could be involved. So yeah, I've
heard that too.
So I didn't go into a lot of details on the Easter eggs and stuff. I had no idea what that commercial was about this week.
I don't either. I didn't get that.
And I didn't really see because my girlfriend was like, I can't believe you watched it without me again. I'm like, well, I have to talk about it on the show. You know, Fridays is a big day. I have to watch it. Right. So she was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to watch Storms Live because I'm afraid of spoilers. I feel there wasn't that many spoilers this week.
I noticed he referred to, I think that Mephisto is Quicksilver.
That's what I think.
He referred to the boys, okay, go ahead, you hell spawns, wreak havoc or something.
Yeah.
And the hell spawn is basically the children of the devil. So
yeah. And the thing is, because in the episode she said, so like why do you look different? And he's like, I don't know. I was shot up, and next thing I know, I wake up and I'm here.
And then she saw him shot up and dead.
Yeah. So is it that Quicksilver or the Quicksilver from Days of Future Past? Right. But just looks like that. I don't understand.
I think they're trying to tie that universe here. I don't know how Kevin Feige is going to do it.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to tie that universe in, and it's just every time he's deflecting. Every time she says something, he's like, "You're trying to test me now. I know you're trying to test me." And then she said, "No, I'm really not." And then before she could continue, those kids do something. Well, then it was cool how they show the kids power, because first he was running with him, then the boy started running fast by himself. He's like, "Oh shit, you got." Like he gave it to him.
And did you notice toward the end of the episode, he was like, "Oh, I like what you did here." She's like, "You don't think it's wrong?" And he's like, "No, these people like had horrible lives, like and all this stuff." You know, the Agnes thing confused me because I thought she was involved with it. Like if she was that witch character, I thought she was involved with it, but she looks like she's in just as much pain as the rest.
I think they might have had husband and wife sometimes have lovers, spats, whatever. That's what I think it is. Something her and maybe Mephisto was on the same page when it first started, but something happened, and now she's pissed off. You know, the hell have no fear, like a woman scorn thing.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to help them.
Yeah. And I thought the best thing about this episode was the Vision stuff. Yeah. Because he's lying to her now because he knows she's up to something. And
but it must be the closer they are to her, then the more intimate they are, because the people that were far away from town,
they were losing concentration.
Yeah.
That's why all the kids were like stayed still, and then Agnes was in the car just standing there like so the closer you get to the outside barrier, I think she
loses her concentration.
Yeah, exactly. But now that she expanded that fucking barrier, like,
and this is the first episode we've seen children other than the two.
Yeah, and they even mentioned that in the episode. Where'd you get all these children from? You know, like none of these children were in here. So what? I mean, what if the children in there are the ones that become the mutants? Because the mutant gene triggers at the age of 13. So because these are real kids from the outside world. If their DNA is changing like Monica's, it could trigger the mutant gene.
Yeah.
Because I remember back when WandaVision was first explained, like 2 years ago when Kevin Feige brought it up, everybody said, "Oh, this could be like House of M," but instead of the no more mutants thing at the end, it's the birth of the mutant.
Yeah.
And it would make so much sense how that would work.
Yeah, but then she was saying how she felt so alone, and it was just nothing. Because it was like he was asking her, well, he asked her, why did she do all this? And then she was like, I felt so alone, and just so. And she said she don't know how she's doing it. So.
Yeah, so and she even said like at first she didn't even know. She felt like she woke up like in the middle of it and like, oh, I am doing this. So maybe Mephisto brainwashed her, or maybe Mephisto and Agnes brainwashed her, and then she slowly started becoming conscious of what she was doing, and now it's even out of Mephisto's control at this point.
Yep.
It's crazy. We only got 3 episodes left, and there's still like so much they have to explain.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna wrap it up. But like I said, like we always say, we trust Kevin Feige. So that last episode is gonna be fine. I think this episode is a little bit longer too.
Yeah, this episode did feel a little bit longer. I think
it's more than 30, closer to the 30 minute, because usually they run about 21, 22.
Yeah.
Seemed like this was like right at 30, maybe 31 minutes. So I was like, this is a little bit longer. Only thing I don't like about the show in the first few episodes, I hate their that ending when it plays like 10 minutes. It shows all them lights and stuff.
Yeah.
This kind of.
I was sitting there watching it, and then the barrier came out, and then it went to stand by, and I'm like, is there any more?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, they left it that way. Like, it's weird. I wish they would just go straight to credits, unless they did some kind of Easter eggs in there, but they never do.
And I'd be looking at what does those glasses mean? What does that mean? What does that?
Yeah.
I wish they would do the classic Marvel and just leave us a damn end scene credit.
Right.
They gotta do end scene. If they don't do an end scene credit on the last episode, I'm gonna be like really disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. AM21 comes in with super chat. I don't think now he's Quicksilver since he mentioned Vision dead twice, and Quicksilver died way before Vision died in Wakanda. That makes a lot of sense too, because Quicksilver died in Age of Ultron. Vision didn't die until Infinity War, which came play after. So how the hell does Quicksilver even know Vision's dead?
I don't know.
That's a great point, AM. Great point. Christopher threw in a super chat. Oh, and Robert, anniversary is coming up. Aquaman. This is why I dig your channel. Yeah, I remember back when I did the Black Panther video.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
I was like, Aquaman? Is this thing on? Aquaman? Really? Aquaman?
Yeah. It's the Aquaman. You must have talked that $1 billion movie into existence. I was like, damn, boy, you going off on Aquaman.
Man, let's be real, man. The only reason why Aquaman made so much money is all those thirsty girls out there.
That's it. Yep. I'd ride it till the damn water stopped pumping.
Hell yeah. Flash.
He did say something about she's like, how do you know? He said, I guess I could hear you or something, and if you created Shangri-La, I just came here and appeared and I know stuff. That was the explanation he gave Wanda when she asked him, how did he know about some of that stuff? You remember him saying that?
Nah, I watched it early this morning and I was still half asleep.
I did too. That's a mistake. So I watched it again before I came on. After I get off work now, I watched it again.
See, I didn't even have time to watch it again. I think I might watch it again tonight. If she hasn't watched it, I'll see if she wants to watch it. I'll rewatch it.
I'm just saying, for those that watch it, don't watch it at 6 o'clock in the morning when you don't want to get up and go to work and trying to watch it, because you'll nod off on it. I nod off on it about 3 or 4 times, not because it wasn't good, but just because I was still asleep. So I had to rewind that baby about 3 or 4 times to watch what I watched. So I'm not going to do that next time. Make sure I'll be wide awake because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, exactly. Flash comes in with $5 super chat. Thank you so much. There's a car alarm going off. If you zoom in on the tombstone that Wanda blasted Quicksilver in, the description says not on her side.
Damn, I did not notice that. That's probably right. I wish we could pull that up.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Quick. All right, Sharif just messaged me. Not going to be able to join. Had a really long day. Need to get some rest. All right, let me.
I'm looking at it now. It's 28 seconds.
There's no picture of it?
I see a clip. I see the clip.
WandaVision Tombstone.
Type in Wanda Blast Pietro.
Wanda Blast Pietro?
Yep. It's about a 28-second clip.
All right, let me look it up. Wanda Blast Pietro. The 28-second clip you said?
Yep.
All right, let me pull this up. I'm not gonna share the audio. I don't want to get copyrighted for it.
Between the 9 and 10 seconds when you should be able to see it. 9, 10, 11 seconds. What is it? Oh,
Man, that shit went fast, bro.
Yeah.
Who the fuck could see that?
I don't know. Dr. Rivers, what are you talking about? I don't see any of that. Can you take the super chat down?
Yeah. I just checked it twice. I don't see any writing on that tombstone.
I don't see that either.
He hits it before you even have a chance to look at it.
It says Dr. Rivers, rest in peace on the right, and I can't see what it says on the left.
Yeah, I don't see that, man.
Do it one more time.
All right, hold on. Watch.
Stop it. It says something about Samerman or something on the left on the tombstone.
Yeah.
I am Samerman.
Dr. Rivas, Sailman. I don't see anything that says on her side. But he's saying the tombstone that he blasted him into. But it goes so fast you can't see that.
Yeah. Bump it back. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it, bro. I don't know how you got that. You resuming on the tombstone that one of the blasted quicksilver in the description says, not on her side. I don't see how you saw that, bro, unless you got some kind of
X-ray vision. Oh, man. We detected copyright audio and video. Your stream may temporarily be blocked.
Really?
What? I didn't even play no audio. Wow.
That is crazy.
Man.
That is crazy.
Wow. That's why I don't like doing that stuff on this anymore, man, because they copyright every damn thing.
If you place anything,
they copyright the shit out of everything now, man.
I've won all my disputes though, except maybe one, I think, because I know if you do it and they don't respond in 30 days, they have to remove it. So I've won a couple like that.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I haven't tried.
Yeah. I've won quite a few. And then Chris Knight told me that. And there's an actual thing he puts in there that usually works. He got like a script, word and verbiage, what you put in there when they're asking you why. It worked so far.
Verbiage. Yeah. I appeal if it's yellow monetized. I'll appeal those, and 9 times out of 10 I do win those. We're at 22 likes. Let's try to get that thing up to 30 likes. We got 70 people watching.
Outstanding, 70 people. Good deal.
So, question, man. Like I said, I haven't been on the loop. What's going on with this Gina Carano thing? I heard she got fired over Twitter. Did she say something, or is it just?
Okay. I was on a stream last night on Comics Division, and basically, it's my understanding that she made some kind of reference about the Nazis and the Jews. It was kind of comparing it to some of the things that's going on today. It was just like a real hot box. And I said it was trigger words. You know, when you hear certain trigger words, some people just blank out. They don't hear the whole thing. What she's saying to me, it wasn't disrespectful, but what I said last night, and I'll stick to that, I think was totally crazy that she got fired, because what she said wasn't nothing that was racial or inflammatory, in my opinion. But when you're in the spotlight, when you're a celebrity, when you're a well-known actor, actress, or a sports figure, you have to be ultra careful about what you say. You can't have a knee-jerk reaction and put something on, because sometimes it can be misconstrued. And usually in life, you have more to lose financially, notoriety, popularity, whatever, than the average YouTuber. So you got to be extra careful. So I don't know whether she said this like a knee-jerk reaction, or she said this without confronting people. Without running it by people in her circle, kind of bouncing off of people. but they were saying that Disney has been looking for
A reason
of fire, and I guess they used that because it was causing so much controversy with the hashtag fire Gina Carano. I heard that was going on hard and shown, but then I heard on the other side, this is equally we support Gina Carano.
Yeah.
So I think she was unjustly fired, but again, when you're in that kind of platform, in that kind of spotlight, you have to really think and rethink your steps to make sure that you're insulated in case it doesn't go your way, or in case your message that you're trying to convey doesn't go over well.
Here's the thing. I don't know what she said, so I can't comment on what she said. I will comment on a couple things. One, I agree with you. I think a lot of these actors and actresses should just get rid of Twitter altogether, man. If you got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, I think they should just get rid of social media. One, they get harassed a lot, and two, sometimes you write something in the heat of the moment and it gets taken out of context.
Exactly.
Like James Gunn got fired, because of that. Eventually, he did get rehired. We saw homeboy from The Flash get fired. Kevin Hart lost his one job.
That's what I said last night. I got hope that maybe they'll rehire her because Disney did the same thing with James Gunn, and then they rehired him. So I got my fingers crossed that they'll rehire her, but she may not want the job because it may cause her so much grief. Then Disney may say, "Is it worth?" Kind of like the Kaepernick thing.
Yeah,
Kaepernick didn't do anything illegal, but the NFL owners was like,
They blackballed him. They blackballed.
Too much heat. We can't take it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt the bottom line. So I don't know.
I agree with Brooklyn on here. They should have someone in charge of their social media accounts.
They should.
And the thing is, I have Facebook. I have Twitter. There's a lot of times like something would happen at work and I would be pissed and I would write this whole paragraph like fuck this, and then I'll sit there and I'll think about it. I'm like, damn, I can't post that. I'll get fired. And I delete it. And I work at a retail store. Imagine if these actors and stuff like that. It's just they either need someone, a PR, to watch their social media. Or like how I have like Nindroid in charge of my Discord. They should have someone in charge of their social media. Now I will say this. That's right. It's the Rob and Danny show. We're gonna title it that. But so I will say this because I seen a lot of people bitching because Pedro Pascal didn't get fired.
Yeah, that was compared to too. Because he said something about
and I do know what he said.
Yeah.
So I can understand why people are gonna get mad because he posted a thing where it was like. In 1940 something Nazis, and they had the Nazi flag.
The Nazis and then the kids locked up in the cages.
Yeah, and then on the bottom, and then on the bottom he had the red Trump hats, and they're like, "Oh, you're comparing the red Trump people to the Nazis."
Oh, he also had another picture too, like the Nazis in concentration camps.
Yeah,
and then the picture of those the kids that were deported and separated from their parents.
Yeah,
in the cages.
Oh wow! I didn't see that.
Yeah, they showed that last night. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
and it looks like a double standard. That's what they're saying. How can some people say stuff and agree with it? Then when she says stuff, she was pretty much comparing the Nazis and how they were treated to some of the political things that's going on today.
Yeah,
but the trigger words to me was Nazi and Jews. When some people say Nazis and Jews, all reason goes out the window, and that's all they hear. In my younger days, if I'm called that N word, all reason goes out. That's all I heard. Especially if it comes from someone that doesn't look like me, and I lose reason.
Yeah.
So trigger words are very strong, based on how they use, how they said. Sometimes people just lose their composure and just go off on the deep end. And now Disney will start to make momentum as far as the Mandalorian being popular, because I heard last night that Jon Favreau was totally against it because he has no problem with what people are saying.
Yeah.
He wanted her on the team. It's his show. He didn't pull the trigger to have her fired. So I don't know if he's going to have no stroke or clout to get her back.
Well, they did the same thing to James Gunn, though. They fired James Gunn without even telling Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige was like, what the Kevin Feige learned on Twitter like everybody else did.
Yeah.
And it took,
I hope. And people watching this, Don't go there and say Danny is. I am supporting Gina Carano 100%. I'm just trying to say both sides. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate in such a way. She does not deserve to lose her job. I think that they were totally 1,000% wrong for doing that. But I'm just saying, when you're on a certain platform and a certain spotlight, you have to insulate yourself. You have to sometimes overthink things.
Yeah.
And just because you can do something doesn't mean you must do something. And
Yeah.
if you feel like you must do something, then you got to look at all angles. Nothing can be left unturned. If you feel like you must do something, because if you feel like you must do something, then that means the stakes are high, and that must may possibly cause you something. So that's all I'm saying. The woman should not lose her job. She should be back. She should be Cara Dune. I support her 1,000%.
I want to get to these super chats, but I want to bring up something Brooklyn just said in here. And then we'll get to the super chats. Brooklyn said, do you believe celebrities should not voice their political opinions?
Mm-hmm.
I personally, I don't care what people think of their politics. It doesn't change my views and beliefs. The problem I have is there is a huge majority of people that take that shit serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like people will your family members would fight you over your politics. It's like I remember like a year and a half ago, I was dating this girl. We not dating, but we were talking, and we had a date lined up. She found out I didn't vote for the Congress thing, and she was like, "Oh no, I can't be with you. You're what's wrong with this country." Like what? Like we were talking for like 2 weeks, and then before our date, you want to cancel because I didn't vote? It's like people take that shit serious. So when you're a celebrity who is up there, if you have opinion that the masses don't believe in, they turn on you. I personally do not. Me personally, this is my personal. I don't care what views a celebrity has. Because you see it all the time in the Oscars. Joaquin Phoenix last year when he won his Oscar, he got up there and started talking about animal cruelty and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can believe what you want. I don't think they should be, I don't think they should get fired or stuff for their beliefs unless they come out and they're doing actual hate crimes.
Yeah. So let me give an example, Brooklyn. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, my favorite athlete of all times. He never said his political views.
Nope.
If you ask questions, he'd be like, Republicans
buy shoes too. Yup.
So, but Michael Jordan, if you go back and look behind the scenes, he donates millions and millions of dollars.
He just didn't want to be in the public with it.
That's nothing wrong with it, because the same way the freedom of speech gives you the right to speak, it also gives you the right to shut up if you want to. So you don't have to do things out there and be on the front lines and still support something. I'm not saying that any celebrity don't have the right. I'm just saying you might lose something based on the climate and the world that we live in today, because some people don't have common sense. And they'll be like, oh, Brooklyn said such and such and such. And when you know what they do, get on the thing. Yep. And then that retreats, that trends, and something that was said harmlessly can be snowballing into something that's crazy, like it did her. Now it cost her a job and possibly future jobs because of something that was taken out of context, and that's not fair.
No, it's not. And Michael Jordan was very, very smart in it, because Michael Jordan even said in the Last Dance documentary, which I watched 1,000,000 times, by the way, he's like, I don't look at myself as a political leader or anything like that. He's like, I'm a basketball player. Like I'm an athlete. That's what I do. And it's right, because if he would have took that one guy who was running for governor at the time's side, it would have alienated some of his fans. If he would have took the other guy's side, it would have alienated his other set of fans. So he's like, hey, Republicans buy sneakers too. He's keeping his nose out of it, and you kind of have to walk that line when you're a celebrity. And, when you're a celebrity, unfortunately, I try to do it on Storms Live. Right? Like you never hear me going, oh, I'm 100% for this person or 100% for this one. I'm like, hey, I don't follow politics. You guys can like who you want. I personally do not like Donald Trump. I personally am happy he's out, but I'm not going to sit there and go after people or whatnot. And I don't know. I just try to stay out of it. I try to toe the line,
Try to be Switzerland. Switzerland's always neutral. You try to be, in some aspects of it, you have to be Switzerland. in some aspects. Not all aspects, some aspects.
Yeah.
So you got to pick your battles. My dad told me when I first got married, son, you got to pick your battles in marriage. In life, you got to pick your battles. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you must do something. And if you must do something, then just make sure that what you must do, you are prepared to face the consequences. Is all that I'm saying.
Oh, I can't wait to get to Jake's super chat. I cannot wait. Finally, something I understand I can debate about. Devin comes down with a super chat. I think William Dafoe should play Mephisto. That would be fantastic, actually. Defoe's creepy as fuck. He would be a great Mephisto. Mad1306 comes with a super chat. Pedro makes one mistake, but Disney gave Gina 3 chances. I apparently. So here, okay. I'm gonna say something that might sound bad, but I kind of want to see. I want to kind of show from my point of view. You guys know that I'm not good friends, but I'm friends with Drunk 3PO, right? Like I'm friends with Drunk 3PO. You know, I got his number. We meet a couple times. We had coffee. We talk. You know, I like Jay. I think he's a stand-up guy and stuff. I don't think that was in her best interest to go on that channel. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that now.
Well, like, okay, Danny, if you were a celebrity, would you just go on a YouTube channel out of nowhere?
I would go on a YouTube channel with the person that I trust.
Well, I'm not saying she doesn't. Yeah, she trusts Jay, and Jay does great content, and I'm not saying Jay did anything wrong in this, or she did anything wrong with it. But I think maybe someone like Disney would look at that and be like, oh, you know. I don't know. Disney's weird.
You just got to make sure. I understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I think Disney's very hypocritical.
I know one. She should have gone over that. I don't know what her contract was, but when you're in those contracts, you got to go with a fine tooth comb to make sure whatever you can and can't do, and you need to have a clear understanding of that. I don't think going on Drunk's channel was a mistake at all because she got a right to voice her opinion. She's got to be very careful. She got to be careful what she said to make sure it doesn't violate the contract. But I think what was kind of fucked up is I was reading that her management team and her agents, man, just kind of dropped the ball. That's kind of like, I mean, why? I would like to know more about that. Why did they drop like a hot potato just because she got fired from here? Are they anti-Semitic or Jews or something? I don't understand that.
I don't know, man. I gotta go. I'm later on tonight before I settle down for the night because this is gonna be my video topic for tomorrow. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch. I reached out to Jay. I reached out to Drunk 3PO because I know he's friends with Gina Carano.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, hey man, what's going on? I'm like, I haven't been on YouTube for the past couple of days. Like, what's going on? And he kind of told me a little bit of stuff. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna, jeopardize our friendship. For what he said, just in case he doesn't want me to say it. But he told me, like, go on my video and all the information's on my video. So I'm going to go on Jay's video, on Drunk 3PO's video, and I'm going to watch it and get all the information. And then, but I still don't think it's anything she should have got fired for.
Yeah, his boy's been going on too. The Gospel according to Mark C.
Ryan Kendall's been going off on it too.
I think he's done 2. If I'm not mistaken, Demajani has done 1 or 2. But
well, I know Ryan has been on there about the shit that Pedro has been saying. Pedro Pascal's been saying,
I didn't hear anything about it, but I know I was looking at his boy on Dark Council, and he was saying that Mark Hamill said something kind of off-colored doing that when the Rise of Skywalker movie was being, but he took it off real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of people could see it, so. I don't know if it's a double standard. It looks like it that way to me. I didn't know it was score that 100% did see one thing and she did 3. I heard a little bit of things she was saying, but I haven't seen anything that causes for her to lose her career, her job.
Exactly. That's the way I feel. I seen the stuff she said. I don't think it's fire worthy.
No, and then not only is it fire, that's a domino effect. Oh, you got fired from one of the biggest franchises in the so we're not going to hire you because you're toxic. She's going to get labeled something that is not necessarily true, and that's not fair at all.
And it sucks because, the rumor was she was going to be the star lead in the Rangers of the Republic. So now I'm not even looking forward to that show now.
Yeah, they might have fucked themselves because some of the people I was shooting last night was like, I'm done with Disney Plus. I'm done with Disney Plus. And I was like, y'all, I'm not necessarily saying one has to do with the other.
Yeah.
So, but I think Star Wars is heading in the right direction. This may be 2 steps backwards instead of.
I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm done with Disney Plus because they fired an actress or an actor that I like.
I would say Star Wars. Maybe I'm going to boycott Star Wars, but you can't cut out the whole other material because I don't think that's right. Now, since she was with the Star Trek with Lucasfilm, okay, I'm going to boycott Lucasfilm movies, but they got a lot more material on Disney Plus, Marvel, and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stop watching that portion of it.
We just hit 100 viewers, by the way.
Good deal. So, but I support Gina. I think it was wrong. I think it was fucked up. But unfortunately, we live in a world now where people with these keyboards can cause you hell, grief over something that was really taken and blown out of proportion.
Yep. And just kind of before I move on to the next super chats, just kind of want to say that I don't want them to recast Cara Dune because I've seen a lot of people say recast.
Nope.
To me, she was Cara Dune. I was never a big fan of Gina Carano as an actress. I thought she was horrible in Fast and the Furious, but she really is good in Mandalorian. I really liked her character, and I think she really evolved that as a good actress. And I was upset when I found out she lost her job over some stupid shit like this. And hopefully, before the Rangers of the New Republic starts filming, they get their shit together, and I'm hoping because I was really looking forward to Rangers of the New Republic.
Yeah, and you said about one thing about her going on Drunk Show. To me, it humanized her because
it did.
She's really cool, and she's not because some people automatically think if you're a star that you got airs about you and you're stuck up. She was seen down to earth, very pleasant,
and humble too.
Yep. So to me, I think it was a plus, and I think it was a plus that she came on there. I really feel bad for her. So
I think it's a plus for her to be on there because it shows that she feels like, oh, no one's better than like she's not better than no one. She's just like you or I or drunk or anything. I just thought maybe her going on there, maybe someone at Disney would have got pissed at it, And I want to know who fired her. Did Bob Iger's the guy who surpassed Bob Iger? Did he fire her? Alan Horn fire her, or did Kathleen Kennedy fire her? That's what I want.
The guys that were on there that follow us really closely on Comics Division, check out that channel on a shameless plug. It said that it wasn't on the Twitter, the official Twitter of Disney, that it was some kind of what they call it. Yesterday was a big day for Disney. They were showing like the numbers and the board meeting and that kind of stuff. But it hurt that because it's such negativity, and that hashtag fire Gina Carano kind of took some of the air out of the sail, so to speak. So I don't know who fired her, but they were saying that Friday is like usually the dump day.
Yeah.
For news. That'll probably be in some kind of 5 o'clock press release. Oh, by the way, Gina Carano gets fired because of political what's the word? Anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Views, all this kind of stuff. So it's crazy.
Jake. Okay, Jake threw in a super chat, which I really want to discuss just a little bit. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. He said, so Fury Road was a little low on plot. That's an understatement of the year. Big deal. Does Die Hard have an extremely complex plot? Predator? The Raid Redemption? No. Look, I think comparing Fury Road to those 3 movies, look, Predator is not super complex, but the action and stuff, like you got aliens, but yeah. Here's the thing with Fury Road with me, Mad Max Fury Road. I do like the movie. I thought it was a good movie.
It's not memorable. I don't even remember it.
I do not think that movie should have been nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. No way. The movie's whole plot was, hi, I'm going to go to point A, or I'm going to start at point A, I'm going to go to point B, and then I'm going to turn around and go back to point A by the end of the movie. That's literally the movie. They go and then go shit and then turn around and come back. Like everybody's like, oh, like Tom Hardy's so great, and like they didn't do anything. It was like Visually, it looked good because all the stuff they were doing with the cars and stuff like that. But the movie it just wasn't all that spectacular. Personally,
check out the private chat.
Yeah, I seen it. Go ahead. I got you. So yeah, I didn't think that Fury Road was all that complex, and I didn't find it memorable. Yes, the special effects, the stunt choreography, all that stuff was great. But in the end, to me, Die Hard is so much better because it is more complex. You're dealing with a guy who's separated from his wife, that's coming to see his wife, and he's dealing with that. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then you have everything going on with Carl Winslow from Family Matters, where he shot a kid and he's dealing with the grief, and he doesn't know if he can ever hold a gun again. And then you got, the great Alan Rickman. Like, that is the standard for villains. Fury Road, what did it really do? My opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of Fury Road. I own the movie. I think it's a fantastic movie. I just think it should have been nominated for an Oscar because it's not Oscar winning. To me, it's not the best movie of the year. It wasn't worth it. So that's what I'm saying. It's simple, yes, but in the end, it wasn't all that great for me. Flash comes in with $1 super chat. He's doing the Nindroid thing, $1 super chat. We got a big super chat coming in from John Watson. Let's go over to John Watson's super chat. Thank you so much for that donation. I very much appreciate that. Thank you so very much. And he said, Gina made a mistake with her tweets. Sorry, and I like her Mandalorian. She did it to herself, and it sucks. Again, I don't know what she said. I don't have the information in front of me, so I can't look at the tweets themselves. If anybody wants to throw a link into the tweets in the comments, I will bring it up and I will look at it. But yeah, I don't have those tweets in front of me, so I can't say if she was out of bounds with those tweets or not. But I do think there is a lot of hypocrisy going on in Disney, where you see someone like James Gunn being fired for something that was 10 years ago. Then Pedro Pascal can sit there and call Trump supporters Nazis for the most part, and then nothing. In fact, HBO hires him. It's like, hey, you're Joel. Like really? Like, I love Pedro Pascal, Red Viper all the way, guys. But Pedro Pascal as Joel, really? Like, that's who you cast? Okay, but I don't think it's fair for someone like Gina Carano to lose her job when Pedro Pascal done the almost same thing, similar, and nothing happened to him. In fact, he gets more work. So I do find that a little bit odd. So, and I do think there's a lot of hypocrisy going on there. So if you guys can find the link for the Twitter, please be sure to throw that in there. So Jay comes back. He's like, maybe not best picture, but certainly deserved the Oscar. It did win because of the. Oh no, I agree with you 100% on that one, Jake. And thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that, Jake. I agree with you 100% on that one. Not best picture, but I think in terms of maybe directing, sure. There's a lot of stuff going on in that movie for it to be direct. The technical achievement of that movie, absolutely. Cinematography, I think it should get nominated for. But my thing was best picture, because everybody, when that movie came out, everybody was praising that thing like it was like the end all be all of what's going on. Like, EJ just sent me the link. Hold on. Thank you, EJ, if you're watching. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, people act like it's the end all be all of the movies that year when it came out, And I'm like, oh, it's a good movie. I think people just overhyped it a little too much, But that's just my thoughts on it, Jake. Again, good movie. I just don't think it's best picture. Brian Fuller coming in with a big $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Brian, for your support. Thank you so much. You look amazing. Keep up the good work on the channel. Also, can't wait to see the end of WandaVision. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. For the past year or so, I've been working on myself, dieting, working out, losing weight, representing the Black Lives Matter. Representing. My girlfriend started getting me wearing snap hats, right? Like, I'm not wearing snap hats. I had to retire this thing, guys. The old Robert Storms is dead. But yeah, I see the comment today, like someone said, how many Chicago Bulls hats do you have? I'm a massive Michael Jordan fan. I love his drive. I love what he meant into the NBA and his winning and his competitive nature. So we got Daniel back. What's up, Daniel? So yeah, so I like Chicago. Plus, my girl bought me the red Chicago hat, so I had to go buy a blue Chicago hat and then the black Chicago hat. So yeah, and like I said, representing Black Lives Matter. I seen this shirt, I was like, oh man, I got to get this shirt. And yeah, so I try to do my part.
Dragon Ball Z lives matter. That's what I'm
saying. Saying lives matter. Saying lives do matter because Frieza killed them all. So EJ sent me the link, so I'm gonna check and see what this link is about. Okay, Gina Carano. Okay, I finally got the link. Okay, and we got 2 new super chats popping up. So, all right. So Gina Carano said Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers but their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply by being Jews. How is that any different than hating someone for their... I don't see anything wrong with that. That's what she got fired for?
Yeah. Some people will say it's in poor taste. I don't think it's in poor taste. I think, but like I said, trigger words. Nazis and Jews are trigger words to some people. So when they see that, all other intelligence and comprehension goes out the window.
So I mean, so what I feel like she's spitting facts, right? I don't feel like she's educating people. Not the thing is, history changes over the course of our lives, where we forget all the facts, but we like Christopher Columbus discovered America. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. Like, he landed like on an island like far away from the United States. He never even reached the mainland, but history recalled that he discovered America. Some people would say, well, during slavery, black people in Africa were selling off their own kind to slavery. Like, this, to me, I don't think she should have got fired for this. I see way worse than this on social media. I don't know, but I agree with you. She's definitely threw the trigger words in there. You can't throw Jews and Nazis and stuff like that. And
be very careful how you do it.
We got a couple more super chats here. John, EJ, thank you so much for sending that in. John Watson says, I'm loving WandaVision. I just hate when episodes end and I have to wait a week for the next episode.
Yep.
It sucks, but I'm glad at the same time because I don't want to binge it all and then I'll only talk about it for 3 days and then we move on to something else.
I think it depends on the content. I don't want to see a week show of Cobra Kai. I am happy that they do it. I can watch it on my leisure. This right here is good for YouTubers because it gives you something to feast on for 9 weeks. So this was a good move, but I'm not saying every product that they make has to go with the same format. Because The Witcher, for instance, I still haven't got past episode 4, I think.
2. I stopped at 2. I can't get past 2.
But people say it's good, and I haven't seen Game of Thrones yet. I couldn't get past the first episode.
Amazing. Game of Thrones. The first season's touch and go because they say stuff and you don't understand what's going on. You're like what the fuck is going on?
Like each one of them had a wolf or something. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get. I was like, okay. But then I hear the whole world said, "Man, you gotta watch this. What rock you know?" I'm under a rock because it's done been off 2 or 3 years now. I haven't watched the first season at all.
The first season's rough because they talk like what's going on and you have no idea. I remember I was watching season 5. And I'm like, shit, they mentioned that back in season 1. I had no idea what they were talking about until now. Like the Targaryen restoration or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? But yeah, if you ever get time, try to get through it. You get past that first season. And the first episode does leave on a cliffhanger. And they kind of tried to do that. So
well, I'll try it. My wife is just now watching The Sopranos. Every day I come in from work, the fucking Sopranos. It's been that for the past 2 weeks. I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired of Sopranos. I'm gonna watch something else. And
I will say this: I do want I'm glad that they went week to week with the boys because that gave us more to talk about week to week. I like that.
I think some shows that format works. It's not necessarily that format works for every show because I don't think I want to watch a weekly episode of Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
it's not that complex. Let me go ahead and watch it. Yeah.
I want to throw in a 10-minute warning though.
Damn, it's already been 50 minutes already.
Yep, around 50 minutes.
We got good flow tonight.
Yeah, we got good flow.
Maybe we don't need the other two.
Right now, Alonzo and Adam are like, motherfuckers.
Just kidding, boys.
Hey, we started with just me and you. So
yeah, we did.
Poetic Gangster said, probably the biggest Gina fan. I've watched her since in the MMA saying well, I don't know what the fuck that word is. With politics, difference are conservatives like Jews in Germany. What the fuck? Saying conservatives with politics difference are treated like Jews in Germany.
Some people, I think, now are saying it was a bad comparison that she should have. And I think. Go ahead.
This is what I think she's trying to say. I think she's trying to say that the government in Germany basically turned the people against Jews to where Jews were like looked at as these horrible things. And before the Nazis were even created, they were already being beaten up and stuff by their peers because the Germany government did that. And I feel what she's trying to compare is look at what happened at the Capitol. Mm-hmm. With all those people invading in and hurting all these people and going through the Capitol because Trump said, do this. So it's basically Trump is the government going, hey, do this, and is turning into something that could possibly turn into the next Nazis. I think that's the comparison which she's trying to say. And is if you do not bring awareness to it now, it could lead into something later on. I have no problem with what she said. It's actually brilliant.
Yeah, like I said, what she said is not an offense so egregious that she has to lose her job and hurt her career.
No,
bullshit.
I think if anything, she should be commended because she's teaching. Look, and maybe Adam can speak to this, maybe he can't. But I have not been in school in 18 years. I graduated back in 2002. But we didn't learn about the Nazis and slavery and all these horrible topics in our history. The schools don't tell us the whole truth. They just say,
they'll touch on it. They don't get in depth on some aspects of it.
Yeah, Nazis killed the Jews and white people bought black people for slaves, but they don't tell you the details on what Gina said, where the German government turned the regular citizens against the Jews first. And it's very similar. Trump was turning those redneck hillbilly white people conservatives, and she wasn't saying all white people were like that. She didn't say all conservatives were like that. She said basically just kind of comparing to those group of people. Not all Germans were Nazis. All Nazis were Germans, but not all Germans were Nazis. So not all people that supported that side of the politics were like beating up and going to the Capitol and stuff. But she's drawing comparison. Look, if you don't understand history will repeat itself.
That is true.
So I don't think she should have got fired at all. Not for this. No way. No way.
There have been more inflammatory and more racial or more insensitive quotes made by celebrities and regular people than that. That is not one. If anything, should be okay. We don't want you saying this because you're affiliated with us, so please kind of limit yourself to saying that. I don't know whether that conversation happened or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if anything, it should have been okay. Don't do this. But what I think happened is that hashtag fire Gina Carano started doing such negative publicity. So Disney said, well, it's better we separate ourselves from that because we're finally turning the corner with this Mandalorian. So we don't want to do anything to jeopardize that steam we building up. But absolutely, this may jeopardize because just so many people that is for her firing, there seems to be equal, if not greater people trying to get her job back and saying, no, y'all did the wrong thing. So they might have outsmarted themselves by firing her. So we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with the firing at all. 5-minute warning, guys. And then Rob
John Watson's super chat.
John Watson, I'm pretty sure we did. I'll go back and see. John Watson.
Gina made
yeah. That was the one about the week to week.
No, he did a $10 one.
He did a $10 one.
Yeah, Gina made a mistake with her tweet. Sorry, and I like her, Mandalorian, but she did it to herself, and it sucks.
Oh, maybe I didn't get to that one. I do apologize, John Watson. Technically, she did do it to herself because, you know, people are so sensitive nowadays on social media. Like you can say hi to someone. Like you can go up to a girl and say hi. And they're like, oh no, sexual harassment, you know? You go up, like, dude, it's horrible, dude. That's why I don't go on Twitter. Look, I got some chick on Twitter going around blasting me. I never even met this chick before. You know? So like Twitter is just a cesspool of awfulness, you know?
There's another from Jake, super chat.
Jake just threw one in?
Maybe not. Yeah, $5 right under there. Maybe not best picture.
Oh no, I got that. I hit that one while you went to the bathroom.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You got the second from Bryant Fuller.
Yep, I got all those. Yep.
Okay.
So we're all caught up, and we got 4 minutes left of the show. Good show tonight. We had over 100 people watching. Let's try to get to 50 likes. We got 46 likes right now. If you guys haven't already done so and you want to be a part of the Storm Nation membership, I'll tell you what, man, Storm Nation Live got heated on Wednesday. Jesus Christ.
What happened?
Well, to the Storm Nation membership, we allow third tier members to join in the conversation. So the one guy came in and he brought up the COVID vaccine. And he's like, are you getting it? And I'm like, no, I'm not getting it. And then he starts just like belittling me. Oh, you're a moron. You don't know nothing. You're what's wrong with everything going on and stuff like this. I'm like, bro, I have the right to not get the vaccine.
That's right? That's absolutely right.
And then, and I told him, I'm like, well, I don't want the vaccine because there's like a lot of people are dying from it. People are getting sick from it. I'm like, I don't want the vaccine. I'm like, I'll get it naturally and fight it off that way. And then he just started criticizing me awfully. Like I got so mad. I got up and I slammed my fucking headphones and everything. And Anzo's like, dude, I'm not getting the vaccine either. And he just sitting there criticizing me and Anzo. And then Adam's like, I'm getting it. And he's like, see, Adam knows everything. I'm like, get off his fucking dick, bro. It's like, just because you guys want to get the vaccine doesn't mean we should have to. And you shouldn't criticize us for not getting it.
I think they're going to try to go to that you can't travel or do certain things if you don't have it. I think it's going to go towards that.
Yeah, but how are they going to know if you have it?
Because they're going to be some kind of register. I'm telling you, man, when I got it, do they have DHEC in Florida?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, the DHEC is the Department of Health and something center here. But basically, they like the controlling thing for us. If you have restaurants, any kind of businesses, you got to get cleared through DHEC. So we got it, man. About 2 days later, got a call from DHEC. Mr. Graham, this is such and such a search for DHEC, and we just want to know what were your symptoms, how long you do something. Like, how the hell you get my numbers? But hey, when they do that stuff, and I got that infusion, Bam-Lamavab, whatever you call it, the infusion that helps kind of push the process faster through your body. They know. They keeping track of it. So don't think they don't know. If you have it, you are being tracked. Whether or not you take it or not, there's I think you have to have your name, maybe your date of birth, social security, so they know who's getting it.
We hit the 60-minute warning or 60-minute time limit, so we're going to end the show. But I just want to point this out real quick. Fun Fact said, send a Discord link. Send a link to Discord. I want to join. Send me a link to the Discord. I'll join. The link to the Discord should be in the description box below. If not, one of the guys here who are on Discord can send you the link.
Fun fact, I'm just going to say be careful what you wish for and ask for, because Discord don't stop, bro. It'd be like sometime in the morning. Ding, ding, ding. Cut the bell off.
I did. I shut the notifications off. I only get notified if someone personally messages me on Discord because it just like you, man. That thing was going boom, boom, dude. Because EJ, Zach, and there's another one. Man, they go like I think it might be Monster Paradise. They're just going nonstop. I'm like, man.
Joking. I mean, when do y'all go to sleep? When do y'all go to work? I mean, oh my God. Sometimes be as late as like 1 or 2, and then it start back again like 6:37. I'd be like, what though? So I just finally got the thing.
So with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show. Thank you so much, Danny, for joining us. If you guys haven't checked out Danny's channel yet, go over Comic Chat. The link is in the description box below. So click the description, click Danny's link, go over there, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. He does his live streams over his show. So please support my man Danny and go over and subscribe to his channel. And with that said, guys, let's call it a night. Peace.